So we'll get to see real slides made. Coagulation studies, so how well are patients clotting? Are they having a hard time clotting? Are they safe to go to surgery? So we'll run coagulation studies to see how well we're doing in that each pathway. We'll do a little bit of immunology. We'll do urinalysis, body fluid analysis, immunohematology, which is a really fancy way of saying blood banking. So blood typing, antibody screens, basically how are we gonna get patients the right blood if they need to go to surgery or thin delivery or anything like that. We will touch a little bit on microbiology. That is safe for medical microbiology, the class. So we do a huge chunk in there, but we'll talk a little bit about micro and MLA as well, because it is a big part of the lab. Point of care testing, so testing we can see if you go to your doctor every day and they take a swab test, or if they take a little bit finger stick, then we can run that kind of testing. What it is to be pre and post analytical processing, that's really fundamental to phlebotomy training as well. You know, to do patient identifiers, being able to know what we are drawing, draw the correct things, and then process that on the back end. We will do some biotechnology as well, some PCR testing. We'll do some swabs of the cheek. We'll run and see what do our genetics tell us. Are we bitter tasters or not? Molecular testing, and then of course, all of this couldn't be possible without phlebotomy training underneath all of that as well. Okay, so cost. So the Certified Phlebotomy Technician exam costs $125. We're gonna go through NHA. Now, the district will help pay for this. You have to first pass a qualifying exam that we'll give prior to the examination date before we do that. You have to make an 80 or better, and the district will cover that cost. If for some reason we set up an appointment for the testing center, something happens where maybe you're absent on the day that we give you the test, the practice test, where we can reimburse on the back end if you pass that certification as well. So the district is there, they really want you to take this test, they want you to pass the test, and we really want to incentivize you guys with that. So our district is really good about wanting to pay you for that or pay you back for that. Okay. MLA core can be at the end of the year, that'll be $13. We go through the certification process. We can get a pin, program scrubs, about $50 a set for pants and for shirts. 2 sets recommended. We do want to wear these every single day we come to class. For those of you that are in my micro class, we know that we do a lot of labs. Very recommended to wear our scrubs all the time because we don't want to get stuff on them. Same thing here, we want to wear our scrubs and be professional every single time we come to class. And then non-skid tennis shoes. Doesn't matter the color to me, just as long as we're not slipping and sliding across the floor. Something comfortable, we're gonna be on our feet, you're able to stand up in for a while. Okay. Okay. Summer requirements, not so much summer, but definitely as soon as possible. We have our MLA scrubs, we're working with our level 1 scrub shop. Some of you guys might have gotten your scrubs if you were in my micro this year, have your black scrubs. Might have gone through level 1. We are gonna go with red as our color. I'm just a Texas Tech fan, just saying red, black. Red is gonna be our top. We're gonna wear our unisex black on bottom. And I have put optional lab coats in there as well. If you wanna get an official coat, you can buy that, it's optional, but the scrubs are mandatory. I do have the link, I'll send this out, and I do have the QR code here in a second. They're undergoing or redoing the website. And so it'll bring you up. Level 1 does a lot of our area scrubs for different schools. And so we'll have KCAL at the top, or you can click the emblem at the bottom as well. So we are not in there because again, we're brand new. But as soon as they go live, guys, I will definitely let you know that you can get those as soon as possible. So each one, so it'll say medical lab assistant program at the top. It'll have the men's, the women's, and the unisex. Now, scrub pants, you can. It doesn't have to be the specific scrub pants. It can be different ones. But we do recommend we want the V-neck for our scrub tops. And like I said, it'll be with the red, and you'll have the KCAL emblem embroidered on there. So that'll be a little extra fee, but level 1 does that for us. Okay. But I'd like to get it as soon as possible. As soon as it's live, like I said, I'll let you guys know.
And that's because they have like, level 1 has so many schools,
there's a remind code coming up that we'll get everybody into. And so that way I can send that out to you guys. Once I know that it's officially up and running, you guys can order that. That way you can get that in there. So July 15th, last of it to get it in. So on the first day of school when you come see me, I should have those scrubs for you guys. So if it says, like she said, if it pick up in store, they'll ship those all to us. So no extra trips that you should have to make. If you want to go out there and try on different kinds of varieties of scrubs, you're more than welcome to, but you don't have to. And then contact information, if you don't already have that, we've got my email out there, samantha.tutor@coloric.net. My room number, the 48160-743. We got Ms. Sheeman, that is our lovely CT coordinator, one of my bosses that is absolutely amazing. She was here when I first started here and has been one of my champions to help get this program off the ground. So we're both super excited, like I said, to get this moving. So, KCAL, the medical lab assistant remind code, you can text that. I'll have the QR codes on the next slide if you want to scan it, but if you want to go ahead and text that code, KCAL MLA, remind 81010. Again, like I said, I'll send this all out, so you can click the link as well. Parents, of course, we want to get in that as well. I promise I don't spam you with a bunch of messages. I try not to do that. So, QR code, we've got the remind on the left, level 1 on the right. Level 1, if you just want to keep that in a tab in your phone, like I said, we're not up yet, but I've been working with Rachel at level 1. She says that they're rebuilding, so once we get that up and running, I'll let you know. Okay. So that's the end of the PowerPoint that we've got. So you hopefully picked up 2 sheets, and if you came in late, no worries, we can get those to you. So first we're going to talk about the blood draw one. So this is for everybody that is going to get their blood drawn. So be thinking now, for those of you that are planning to get phlebotomy certified, you have to have 10 dermal sticks, which is going to be the finger sticks, and 30 venipuncture sticks. So we're going to need all the volunteers you can think of. Of course, you have friends here. They can sign off on this as well, so make sure you be familiar with it. This is not something that has to be signed and returned back to me. This is something that's going to be for next year. But do familiarize with it. It goes over the informed consent that they're going to be part of our program. Part of it is training you in phlebotomy, getting the required sticks in. So it goes over the risks. We will, of course, be training on inanimate objects first, going through how to stick the arm, how to find it, and then we'll start on live people once we've mastered inanimate objects. Okay? And so we'll need the volunteers. So parents, if you really want to come, we'd love to have you. And so make sure, start thinking of everybody you can. They can come back again for successful sticks as well. So it doesn't have to be 30 different people. And then our other one, we're talking about lab source specimen testing, informed consent. We are going to need this, I'm going to need this form back in August, the latest, or the earliest. So something I set out for to be in this program was to be as real as possible. And my med micro kids know we try to do as many labs with real bacteria, real things as much as we can. So lab source specimen is talking about getting to, once we have the phlebotomy drawn specimens off of you, then we get to run testing on that. So we're going to do blood typing off of your specimens. We're going to run manual diffs off those specimens. So we're going to get to make slides and then stain those slides in like bright stain to be able to see the red and white blood cells. So that is to let you know that you are going to be with live specimen. It's not synthetic. Some of the things will be synthetic, some of them will be just control specimens. But for the most part, if I can make it real, then I'm going to try to make it real for you guys. And so that is giving you the waiver to let you know. We'll go through lab safety again. We'll make sure that we're thoroughly safe. We'll go through bloodborne pathogen training, and once we are past both of those, and I feel fit that we are okay to move on, then we'll move on with that. We'll go with real testing. Okay? So we just need to make sure we do get both those. The informed consent for the phlebotomy is going to be those ongoing volunteers that want to get stuck, and the other one is going to be from every student. It's going to need that back for you and your parent to sign, so that we know you can work with real specimens, lab source specimens. Every student will have to sign the phlebotomy one as well, showing that you're the one that's gonna be in charge of that person, that volunteer. Okay? Oh, sticking on each other. What she's
They'll
adding.
stick on each other a lot. Yeah, and so that's their consent to potentially get stuck and stick.
So that's for the informed consent to be able to stick each other as well. So students will be signing that as well.
Hey, it's no big deal. I got stuck 7 times last week. I just felt the volunteer my arms. Your friends can as long as they're 16 and have parent consent. So it'll be everybody in the class will be sticking each other. It'll be good. We do it all the time.
I need to get used to your stuff.
Are there any questions?
Could be that bad.
Yeah.
The consent, right. So that is, yeah, you have to consent that whoever is volunteering to be drawn by you, sign that, and then they're consenting to be drawn by you.
Anybody that's going to get stuck will have to sign a release form saying, I allow anybody in the program to stick me. And it can even be for other programs, but we have to have that renewed every year. Even I have to sign one. So anybody that's going to get their arm stuck, yeah. Other questions? Y'all are like the inaugural class. This is so exciting. Y'all are going to be the first.
They're not as
class.
excited as I have been screaming.
Yes, ma'am.
So is all the work done here, or is there other work involved?
Everything will be done here. Yeah, that's why I'm trying to bring as much in as I can.
At some point, we hope to get out into the community more. That is our plan to work together. You know, if some miracle were to happen this next year, then yes. But right now, we're like, and then it started in house, and then we go.
Only on your own blood. Yes. That is a good question. Are we running it on everybody we're drawing? No. We're only running it on your own samples. They don't want any kind of HIPAA or anything